Hey guys, it's Jacqueline with Stage Right Secrets, and today I'm here with the stars of We Are Your Friends, Zac Efron and Emily Ratajkowski, along with director Max Joseph and Jason. How was Chicago so far, guys?
We haven't gotten to see a whole lot of it.
We just got in. We're on a pretty insane schedule.
I ate at Publican. It was delicious.
So, just FYI, this was Jason Stewart. He is kind of our DJ consultant on the film.
Them jeans.
This is them jeans.
Cool.
He taught Zach everything there is to know about DJing.
Everything I know.
How is he as a student?
He's an amazing student.
Yeah?
He's like a sponge.
A+?
A+. He has a lot of rhythm inside his body, and I just had to channel it into the EDM world.
I learned a lot from watching him. I actually saw you perform any DJ.
How did that happen? Like, how did you get involved?
A friend of mine was helping out on music supervising for the film, and he suggested me to help train for the movie. And I lived down the street from him, coincidentally, and just worked out. Went over there, and the rest is
He
history.
carried in all the equipment with Max and I. Remember the first day? I think you had filmed all of it. He was like dad fishing.
Yeah. We did an unboxing video filmed by Max.
Yeah, I took out the decks, plugged them all in for the first time, and started going at it. And it was like, I remember the first time I saw the decks, it was like trying to read Braille.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
There's like 4 million buttons.
4 million buttons. And by the end of like the first day, I realized there's actually, I had some sort of map. And then by like maybe the fourth or fifth day, I was actually transitioning tracks and adding effects and stuff like that. So
It takes a day to learn, a lifetime to master.
it does take a long time to master. I've forgotten.
And I feel like your brother was getting a little bummed out, maybe towards the end,
My brother.
just from hearing us DJ like a million
My little
hours
brother
a day.
lives with me at my house, so he's
I always felt bad.
our
for
late
just,
night night sessions with the huge monitors that we bought, which were ridiculous things. They're like wake the neighbor speakers, and I think my little brother was upset because.
I just feel bad when he was like watching golf and we'd be like,
playing crazy trap music.
I saw the Seth Meyers piece where he read the poem to brother for you.
Hilarious. That was nice name. Yeah.
cool.
That's my brother.
It's funny.
Thanks.
So do you guys have any questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, do you have them? Next, the world of dance music can be a world of temptations and questionable morals. What message did you want to communicate to young people and fans of dance music as a result of making this film?
Whether it's dance music or whether it's writing a book or, making a movie or painting a picture, I think that, a lot of people search for inspiration and the answers to their insecurities and whatever outside of themselves, and I think that it, at least from my experience, it's really drawing from your own experience as, for your artwork, whether, whatever medium you're working in, that is going to be your best bet to make something meaningful that's both meaningful to yourself and then hopefully to other people as well.
But you show a dark side of dance music and that world as well. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a fun world, but all fun worlds have dark sides and light sides. I mean, like, music is amazing, and festivals are really fun, and listening to music, whether by yourself or with your friends, is great. But of course, there are excesses that are part of the world, whether it's drugs or
Dubstep.
And I think we just wanted to show a balanced view of it, not just show it as rosy and perfect, or not just show it as like, debauched.
fair enough. Thank you.
I like your hat.
Thank
To
you.
piggyback off that, I was going to ask. I knew that Dub Beach was involved, and I think I read somewhere that Alessa might have done a little bit with the film. And I saw that the Dylan Francis cameo. I thought was really funny. But has there been, what kind of feedback have you gotten from the community, people in the audience?
So I actually think Well, I'll speak to it for a second, but and then I think I'll throw it to Jason. But I think that there was a lot of fear and trepidation about this movie from the community. Certainly, when the trailers came out, I think people felt like this was Hollywood. Hollywood was going to co-opt, dance music culture and sell it out and water it down. And what I see happening and what I hope is happening, and of course it's hard for me to tell because I'm the director, so not everyone is always upfront with me about it. But when people see the movie, it's not, especially from the scene, like it's not quite what they expect, and I feel like they're surprised by it. But I think Jason can kind of speak more to it.
Yeah, the DJ friends of mine who have seen it have all been very pleasantly surprised based on what they've seen from the trailer, and myself included. It's a very feel-good movie, and all the DJ elements are very specific, and I think they're all nailed correctly. And everyone that I know has seen it walked out with a stamp of approval.
Even Pyramid too, though, like yourself, even people who worked on the movie, musicians who worked on the movie, were like a little scared. It's like, oh my God, what could this be? And then I think everyone who sees it though, like,
I was never scared when I see it. You would rather see, but I could see how they could be scared.
What was it about electronic music or EDM that kind of inspired you to write this? And for you guys, Emily and Zach, what was it that attracted you guys to this film about the script?
I think that the answer to those questions are probably the same.
Yeah.
Right? I think, which is that, it's a. I'll let these guys answer first.
I think. Well, I mean, initially, what attracted me to the story was a sizzle reel that Max made. And it was called the Untitled DJ Project. There's so many different sort of electronic music stories and scripts floating around Hollywood. Nobody had really nailed it yet. And I think what Max did in the sizzle reel and more importantly in the script and through execution was make really like a great coming of age story, which is just a classic. I don't know. It's something that I want to see. And even cooler than that, I could relate to it on a very specific level. I was interested in it. I enjoyed EDM music. I lived in the Valley for 4 years. I had very similar friends to this. I still have those friends. I still, I felt like if Max and I met in the middle and he knew as much as he did about the world, and I knew enough specifics of kind of what if we could bring our strengths together, it would make something great. And I thought that was a great idea. It seemed fun.
I think the important thing about this movie that, because we've talked so much about there aren't that many EDM movies, it's sort of become an EDM movie. But I think something important to keep in mind, if you guys, I think, just came from the film, that the EDM scene is really a backdrop for this sort of coming of age story. And it's really appropriate because, like, disco was for Saturday Night Fever, where you have this sort of, like, specific moment in time, this specific place that sort of allowed people to see kind of these really big archetypes and ideas play out. Because it was so specific, it almost communicates better, which is a funny thing about storytelling and art. And I think that's kind of what we wanted to do with We Are Your Friends, which is what I liked about it. For me, I think it is about millennial post-recession generation dealing with like technology, and I think EDM is a perfect art form that's come out of that world. And I like Sophie because she doesn't really know what she wants, and by the end she still doesn't know what she wants, which I think is cool because it's not realistic for all these movies to have like characters who have these aha moments. And you see a lot of like in Girls, the same kind of thing. People are kind of trying to make the right steps to become adults, people that they want to be. And I like that, really you just see her, shed and sacrifice things that were making her feel comfortable to just even hopefully take one step in the right direction, which appealed to me.
So how has your view of the scene changed from making the movie? Has it changed at all? Do you respect it more, just look at it differently?
Well, Me? For
Any of you guys, yeah.
absolutely, yeah, definitely. I've been working a lot since the film, so I haven't
Zach left the scene. He had enough.
left the scene. But I have a lot more respect for it now. I just know how to work with it.
Yeah.
Some of it is. I feel like the speakers would slowly move, like bumping over the room.
Yeah.
Probably what's happening.
I feel like the scene is like really, I felt this kind of go from afar, and then it was validated by my experience. But like, it's very community driven, and it's very supportive.
Of course.
In order to kind of shoot that last scene in the movie, we threw our own block party, and like the audience who showed up there had no, they showed up for free, and they showed up to see Nicky Romero and Dirty South, and all these guys perform, and we kind of surprised them by bringing Zach up, and like they totally played along, and they've been, even now they're so proud of having been part of the movie, and I think that spirit of friendship and friends and coming together at festivals and stuff is amazing, and it has existed in other music movements before, but there's obviously something more relevant now about like getting together in big groups and being positive and supportive.
It's well said.
Okay, on a lighter note, if each of you were DJs, I know some have stage names and personas, what would yours be? And if you had to rename yours.
Rat-a-tat-tat-a.
Ooh!
Oh, wow.
That's pretty
That's a good one.
You were waiting for that.
You're just waiting for that question.
I thought about
Rat-a-tat is already
this.
like a
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
Right.
She adds the A.
You
Makes
should
it
you could
feminine.
open for them.
No,
No, they would open for her.
Rat-a-tat-tat is very different than rat-a-tat-tat.
It's 100% different.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
Like Missy Elliott stuff?
Yes.
With Max and I came over with mine just based on where we shot, and it's Ventura Boulevard, sort of the separating street between
Yeah.
Money and the Valley, and so we decided on Base Ventura.
Base Ventura.
That's pretty funny.
So
I like it.
appropriate
I like it.
moment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. What's yours be?
What's yours?
I don't have a great answer to this.
Okay, what would he be, guys?
I don't know if I should answer this.
Max,
It's been a long tour.
Max
Yeah.
Volume.
That's pretty good.
Max Volume.
Max, something Max.
How about just keep
What about two?
Mad Max. I think Mad Max. Although it's kind of a sampled name. Bar.
Yeah.
How about Bar
Little bit.
Mitzvah Max?
Wow.
This ongoing joke
No.
that Max has been celebrating his bar mitzvah at all these
Yeah,
screenings.
DJ Bar Mitzvah DJ.
No, Bar Mitzvah will be the bar where I have my residency.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like, why isn't there a bar mitzvah?
I don't know.
Right? Like, that seems good.
That's your next project after the film.
That should be your next project.
You can have the Wednesday nights.
You got mine.
I'm opening a bar, bar mitzvah. It's gonna be a really raging club in LA where we do good deeds all the time and boys become men.
That should be a thing, and you should do that. I would back it 100%.
Thank God.
Zach and Emily, how did you prepare for your roles? How broad was your experience with the world of dance music prior to this film? And what were some of the things you learned from making this film that you previously were not aware of? What surprised you? Great questions. Thank you.
What was the first one?
That's a lot of questions, bud.
How did you prepare for this?
Yeah, how did you prepare for this film?
I worked with him a lot on the decks in the weeks prior to filming, and watched a lot of videos online. Started running a lot, and
Cole's a runner.
yeah, just was a runner and a runner. And
Did you not run before?
I really was more of just like a walker.
Same.
Sort of like that scene in Forrest Gump. I just races came off, and it was hard at times, but I got through it. I found out how to run. And on camera, it looks like I'm running really fast.
It really does.
It's funny because Cole's pace is just like an all-out sprint.
Yeah.
I was like sprinting through the valley, like.
I think it was me who watched the movie. He's like, he's really good at marathons. He's like, Zach's running really fast. Can you keep that pace all the time? I'm like, oh yeah, 100%.
On the first, I think the first day of filming was all running shots.
Yeah.
And it was 100. It was like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And
Zach's like, is it
we
gonna be
like
this the whole
so the first I got through the whole day and I felt great. And then like by the end of the movie, every time there was a running shot, I just was deteriorating. My legs were like falling. Remember like the last running shots were.
You like
Suddenly
slowed
there's a
down
golf
as you
cart
got
and a
to
bigger camera, and like now I'm following a golf cart. This one's a longer shot. It's just a lot. It was fun.
Last question, guys.
Curious to know, I'm sorry. You kind of said something about this before. I thought the way the trailer positioned the movie, it was in all the build up, it was like a movie about EDM, but I honestly thought it was more of like a personal story about Cole. I mean, so what did you set out to make, really? Like a movie about electronic music or a movie about this person who's happens to be in that?
We've always wanted to make the movie that we made.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. Sure. Like it's hard to end up where you think at the beginning you want to end up.
Yeah.
It was always that was always the intention, was to tell a personal coming of age story against the backdrop of electronic music. You know, I think trailers can be deceiving, or they can only show like a portion of it. And I actually oddly find that my favorite movies, the trailers didn't always like give me a clear. Like I love The Social Network.
Sure.
But when I saw the trailer of it, I like wasn't quite sure what it was going to be. And same thing with Birdman. Like I saw the trailer for Birdman, like I love Inarritu, but like what is this movie? And then I heard everyone talking that it was good, and I was like, I don't know. Trailers are funny things.